Ever wondered what fueled the mind of a philosophical giant like Plato? Forget the image of a toga-clad gourmand. Plato's diet was less about decadent feasts and more about, well, boiled greens and water. Yes, you heard that right. Prepare to have your assumptions about ancient Greek cuisine turned upside down. This is a story of a diet powered by philosophy. Picture the bustling marketplace of ancient Athens, a symphony of sights, sounds, and smells. One stall overflows with plump olives and glistening fish. Another offers only the simplest grains and vegetables. Enter Plato, student of Socrates and founder of the Academy, a man whose lifestyle was as austere as his thinking was profound. He embraced an ascetic existence, shunning the excesses that defined much of Athenian society. For Plato, indulgence was a slippery slope to chaos. He believed food should be fuel, not a source of fleeting pleasure. In the Republic, Plato outlines his vision for an ideal diet. It's a far cry from the lavish banquets we often associate with ancient Greece. Think simple grains, seasonal vegetables, and perhaps a bit of cheese. Meat was largely off the menu, as were those tempting honeyed cakes. And wine, consumed only in extreme moderation. Plato believed that moderation in all things was essential. He argued that a just city required citizens with healthy souls, and a healthy soul, according to Plato, started with a disciplined diet. Now let's swing the pendulum to the other extreme. Imagine the life of a wealthy Athenian, far removed from Plato's academy. Feasts overflowing with roasted meats, exotic seafood, and mountains of fruit, honeyed cakes dripping with sweetness. And of course wine, free-flowing, intoxicating wine. Then there were the Dionysian festivals, wild celebrations dedicated to the god of wine and ecstasy, a time for shedding inhibitions and indulging the senses. These festivals were all about sensory overload, a complete contrast to Plato's emphasis on order and control. This wasn't just a difference in dietary preferences, it represented a deeper cultural divide, asceticism versus hedonism. Plato championed order, control, and the pursuit of longevity through a disciplined lifestyle. The Dionysian world embraced ecstasy, pleasure, and the temporary loss of control. This clash had a profound impact on Greek politics, ethics, and even medicine. Was clarity of mind more valuable than fleeting oblivion? The debate between these two philosophies shaped ancient Greek society, and it all played out on their plates. So which side are you on? Team boiled greens or Team Bacchus banquet? If Plato were coming to dinner, what would you dare to serve him? Would you risk a philosophical lecture with a side of honey cake? Let us know in the comments. Interestingly, Plato's views resonate with modern trends like minimalism and clean eating. His emphasis on simple, whole foods aligns with many contemporary diets. His rejection of meat even echoes the principles of veganism. But what about the other side of the coin? Today we have food festivals celebrating every imaginable cuisine. And who can forget the rise of mukbang, where people broadcast themselves consuming massive quantities of food. Even wine tastings, with their emphasis on sensory experience, have a touch of Dionysian revelry. The ancient debate between restraint and indulgence continues to play out on our modern plates. Ancient Greece knew how to eat and how to think. They grappled with questions about pleasure, discipline, and the pursuit of a good life. And those questions are still relevant today. Thanks for joining us on this historical culinary adventure. If you enjoyed this deep dive into ancient appetites, be sure to subscribe for more historical bites. What other ancient culinary mysteries would you like us to explore next? Let us know in the comments below.